So let's explore the topic of self-love. I actually did a recording on this, but it wasn't well thought through, so I figure I would revisit it and remake it and try to shed more light on it. I feel like, how do I say? Self-love is a important component while you are on the path of self-improvement. I think we've been conditioned to love others and care for others and honor others and respect others, but we haven't really been giving that to ourselves. And it's important. I think for a number of years, I just never thought to love myself. I thought it was important to distribute all of my energy and all of my efforts and all of my time to those in need, and I thought that's how you're supposed to live life, right? But then at the same time, I started compromising myself, and I was neglecting myself, and I was giving away all my currency and participating in really unhealthy, abusive, one-sided relationships. And, you know, I just feel like I think we do that because we're trying to fill a void within ourselves. We're trying to hide from ourselves. We're trying to thwart personal power, acceptance, and responsibility. So I know I used to be a workaholic. I used to just work and work and work and give and give and give. And most recently, I've been going through a transitory state where I just don't have the time or the energy or the drive to do that anymore. It's almost like life is knocking me on the head and telling me, hey, you can't keep doing this. You need to kind of step back, take time off, rest, and self-reflect. And so I've been doing that. I think a lot of people don't love themselves. They don't respect themselves, accept themselves. And they're really unhappy. And you just need to recognize the patterns and behaviors and habits that you've been participating in. There's so many telltale signs. Like, I think whenever we are addicted to anything that is detrimental to our well-being, that is a telltale sign that you need to give yourself more love, you know? So some of the things that I noticed in my life was, number one, I was a workaholic. Number two, I had food addictions. I would be obsessed with consuming information. I was also addicted to some of my relationships. I was expecting these people to give me something that I couldn't give myself. And I was actually, if I think about it, quite selfish because, these people couldn't even give themselves what I needed. So to expect someone to fulfill that need was a little, I don't know, selfish. So, yeah, I just was like, okay, well, everything in this world is so temporary. There has to be a way to fulfill this need or this void, right? And it just boiled down to self-acceptance and self-love. Yeah, instead of giving my power away, I started taking it back and I started taking care of myself and I started loving myself and accepting myself. And now that I am like fulfilled, like in myself, when I go out in my interactions, um, I don't, I give without expectation. I think a lot of people give with expectation. You may not admit it, you may not want to acknowledge that, but we do. Like, we give someone love in order to be loved back, you know. We give people gifts in order to garner their attention, you know. But once you're able to become more independent, um, yeah, then you can empower yourself and you can empower others. Um, yeah, I don't know if you agree with what I'm saying, but thank you for taking the time to watch. Blessings and Amen.